Year after year, it seems that rural New Zealanders are promised that easily accessible, high-speed internet and the benefits which come with it are just around the corner. And at a rural broadband symposium this week in Taupo, the Minister for Communications and Information Technology, Stephen Joyce, told delegates by teleconference about the government's latest broadband action plan.
The plan focuses on 5 areas where faster broadband can enable a step change in rural productivity and improved services. Health, with the e-health section, business, e-business of course, education, community, and of course the role of government.
While Stephen Joyce was happy to talk about the government's investment in the network, those at the conference made it clear that rural New Zealand continues to suffer both socially and economically because of the substandard quality of the rural broadband network. How well served is rural New Zealand in reality in terms of high-speed broadband?
Well, at the moment it's quite poor in rural New Zealand, as I'm sure you know. A lot of places are still affected by their distance from the exchange, which slows down their internet connections. There are still issues with electric fences that tick and cause interference on the line. We're hoping that with this RBI initiative, this rural broadband project that's underway, $500 million worth of investment from the telcos and from the government, we'll start to see some real benefits in rural New Zealand.
Mr Brisland says that the current broadband plan is designed to get rural New Zealand properly connected. But he says the longer-term goal is to get much higher speeds than the 5 megabits per second that rural communities commonly get today.
I was talking to a farmer about the broadband he's got at home, and he said that the difference is quite remarkable. He runs a report for Fonterra. This is his lifeblood, if you like. He knows exactly what his milk output is for the day. He runs this report. It used to take him about half an hour. He'd set the thing running, off he'd go and do something else, come back. Now it's done in a couple of seconds. And the difference to him is he knows exactly where he's at. He's got more time to actually think and to plan ahead. And that is quite critical. Farms are businesses, and we have to treat them as such.
As a guest speaker at the conference, Dr Tim Williams makes clear high-speed internet is a tool which not only empowers individuals, but can help revitalise rural communities by bridging what he calls the tyranny of distance.
I think that the thing not to be forgotten is the economic impact on rural areas. It's almost made for the revitalisation of rural areas. There is a pent-up demand in New Zealand to live in beautiful parts of the world if you can get the public and private services, if you can get access to the markets. If you can get online at speeds that are internationally competitive, you will live again in rural New Zealand. So there's if you like, a second benefit, it seems to me, for the rural areas for getting access to high-speed broadband.
Dr Williams says that while the current rural broadband initiative will give rural communities 5 megabits per second, they're still well behind urban centres, which get 100.
My guess is, by the way, that the demand that will come from rural New Zealand to get even faster speeds over the next few years will be unbeatable. So I'm an optimist, actually, that you're going to end up as a kind of fast speed nation.
Benedict Collins, Country 99 TV News.